Hey Capricorn, your November tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I'm trying out a slightly different layout. I have your week to week here in 2 card columns, your career and finance up here, love down here. I do have one theme card, but I'm not pulling all the clarifiers on it. It kind of makes sense for itself, and then a bonus affirmation. So let me know if you find it more useful and it flows a little better. So anyway, your theme is parrot wax cap mushroom isolation. So this means having to create space for yourself to reduce stimulation and to simplify your environment so that you can get some rest, some clarity, some connect to personal truth, or connect to your divinity, or some cleansing of other people's energy from your space and from your psyche. Now, immediately you might hear the word isolation and think loneliness, and that is not at all what this means. It's more like a voluntary, like, quarantine, and like not the whole month, not constantly, but just even if it's like in little bubbles, like in the morning or in the evening, just to limit other people's access to you or to limit the external input from media. Now, week 1, you have the 3 of Swords with the 8 of Wands reversed, and so the question on the table is, how much agony and torture do you feel anytime you are forced to slow down and do nothing? Do you always feel like you have to do, like, where does that come from? And if that's true, why is patience so painful, and why are delays so triggering? Why does a little bit of wasted time feel like a knife in the heart? Like, I can see from these a week during which you might face a pause or a setback or some kind of delay, and whatever you have been avoiding is going to become unignorable, and it could be uncomfortable. But facing this discomfort head on is how you begin to heal whatever it is, and that puts you more at ease in the long run with the ebb and flow that life will always bring. Now, week 2, you have the Devil with the Star reversed. So examining where you've been turning to hope and relief. So there's like a misplaced faith here, a looking to something that makes false claims about healing. I can see things under this energy like snake oil, fake gurus, junk science claims, wellness scams. For some, this says to be aware before getting sucked into something, but for others of you, you might have to get honest about where you may have already been tricked into loyalty and find that healing, that nourishment, that hope and faith that was in you all along. Now, another thing that this could mean, so it's pointing to an area that needs true deep healing, so as to break free from an unhealthy coping mechanism. So our bodies and minds, they are brilliant at adapting, and those old adaptations, they can become toxic in a new and different environment when it's no longer needed. It's like you did exactly what you had to do at the time. Now maybe you're seeking freedom from it. So one thing to note about this combination, I'm not getting anything inherently dangerous or toxic, except that the thing being turned to for relief could be occupying space and time and resources instead of the thing that you might really need. It's kind of like filling up on junk food, and because you're full, you're not getting true nourishment in. Or like hanging out with someone who makes you feel good and validates you while your ability to validate yourself atrophies. Or it's like relying on placebo when there's something totally legit that would actually be a good fix. Week 3, you have the 5 of Swords with the Chariot. So appeasing parts of yourself could have downstream consequences. So if you find yourself thinking something like, part of me wants this, part of me wants to say this, part of me wants to walk away, part of me wants to lash out, appeasing a fragment creates like a net negative. The best, or should I say the actions most oriented towards or most advisable to bring about true victory, the winning of a war versus a battle, are the ones that you are all in on, wholeheartedly on board with, not split in any way, heart and mind on the same page. Those will be your green light choices. And this is kind of always true, but the effects look to be magnified this week, because sometimes, yeah, we can get away with it, but this week they're saying maybe not. Week 4, you have the King of Cups reversed with the Knight of Cups reversed. I'm hearing rewind the tape before you pour another drop of your heart into another, the world, whatever. What do you need? Because I can see like an emotional labor debt that you might need to call out or call in. It's someone who constantly makes the same self-destructive choices, who's begging you for empathy again, repeatedly, after you have given them compassion, and they just don't do anything differently. And this feels like like the metal part of the eraser, I mean, the metal part of the pencil, right? Tearing at the paper because the eraser is totally worn away. Things that could be helpful, creating art or poetry, being in or near nature, specifically water, but alone. Like, I see a need for space from kind of emotionally vampiric energies. And I don't think people mean to be that way. Everyone has their own issues, but it just might be a time to replenish yourself. For career and finance, you have the Magician with the Hierophant. So you are creating your own structure. I don't know if anyone saw the movie. It's been a while. It's called Accepted or something. I think it had Justin Long. It was like where all these people couldn't get into college. No, it's actually, okay, so he doesn't get into college, so he creates a fake college to fool his parents, and it's somehow like everyone comes and they make it real somehow. I don't remember, but there's a sense of DIY hierarchy. And for some, it feels like creating your own game or your own world or founding your own organization. Now, on the shadow side of this, it's a little pyramid schemey. So be on the lookout for people coming out of the woodwork to join their MLM. Certain people could be creating a business out of navigating a system, like career coaching or someone that helps you apply to colleges, or like, there's disability law practices, like helping others access what they need through the gatekeepers. For love, you have the Five of Cups with the Six of Feathers, or swords, essentially. So there is peace coming after maybe a breakup or loss. The loss is in the past. It's the energy that you're coming in with. So you're going out with a quieter mind and a readiness to start over and rebuild. There could be reconciliations here for some. For others, a realization of how much conflict that relationship actually had attached to it. And the peace is feeling, I guess it's slowly dawning that something about what is gone, you're better off without. And some of you have been doing that in between relationship work. So your next one that's coming in isn't a rebound, but actually has a healthy chance. Now, your happiness affirmation says, be aware of the company you keep. Spend your time with joyful people. That is so perfect with this. I'm feeling like it's saying to gatekeep your energy right now. So much love, Capricorn. That's what I have for you, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.